I care about my country, and I'm not going to look at that as a fault. I am an American, and I wave that American flag pretty proud, and I want it to be secure. And the bitterness of the Trump supporter comment there, Trump supporters are the worst. Trump supporters love America, which is why Trump supporters voted him in, because we want to have a safe, secure country to be in with borders. Because, you know, without borders, there is no country. We had somebody write us, and she was talking about the border situation, and I'm just gonna read this real quick. It's not long, it's just small, but I thought it was interesting. I came across this video, and it made me think of just that. Okay, so this person's name is Tabitha. My glasses. Okay, she says, it's clear that you two haven't had rough times. Because if you did, you would have more compassion for the people at the border. They are trying to pursue a better life. Trump supporters are the worst. I hope you feel good about the message you are spreading. So, you know,
I feel great. You know, let me say this.
Right.
You actually don't either, because you clearly think that everybody that's coming through the border is here for, you know, a better life. When there's children being trafficked,
yes,
when there are drugs coming into or being trafficked into our country as well, there are people who are being led into our country that are actually killing Americans and robbing us and taking over apartment buildings.
So I don't have compassion.
So
for
I
that.
don't know that I think that what you're doing is also living in a safe space bubble.
Yeah.
Where you don't realize that the world is bigger than your fantasy land. Okay? And by the way, even the people that are coming over here for a better life, you still are a criminal because you have to come through the port of entry. You don't just get to jump over fences and knock them down and do whatever you want. That is still a crime.
Yeah. Your first step into improving your life, as you're saying, living, trying to find a better life and pursue a better life, the first step in pursuing a better life might be not to do something criminal immediately. And when you come into a country where you are not vetted, you do not come legally at all, you just walk right through the border, you've already done something illegal out the gate. No, you put yourself and your kids probably at risk of losing their parents. Okay, if they have to be separated, if you get jailed, and then deported back to your country. If we don't, there are people in this country, this is what makes me mad about people like this, like Tabitha, is that we have people in this country, we have veterans in this country that can't get any service at the VA. Okay, we have people who are dealing with chronic diseases, people who need heart transplants, people who need money, food, anything, a home, people living on the streets. We have a drug epidemic right now going on. Okay, and I see no compassion. This is so funny they talk about compassion. There's no compassion for the people in the country already. We already have people in this country that are having a hard time. And you're telling me that we're somehow bad people, Trump supporters are bad people because we care about our borders and our country? No. First, are you crazy? No.
Are there people in here trying to look for a better life? Yes. But we don't let people in here because you're poor.
Right.
You have to be here for a reason to seek asylum. We have reasons why we let people seek asylum. It's not because you don't have money.
Right.
That's not one of them. So, you know, this whole idea, though, that just because you are looking for a better life, you can just enter into someone's country illegally.
Right.
Is absurd. And unless you're, you know, you say that to Lincoln Riley's mother.
The undocumented migrant who attacked the nursing student while she was on a morning jog was found guilty of all charges today. And before he was sentenced to life without parole, prosecutors played heartbreaking video of Lakin's mother finding out her daughter was dead.
I sentence you to life without the possibility of parole.
Lakin fought back during the attack, leaving her killer's DNA under her fingernails. The prosecutor told the judge that Lakin had provided all the evidence needed to deliver that guilty verdict.
Yeah, go ahead and say that. Yes. See how she feels about that.
And the other people who have been killed.
Brutally.
Mugged.
Raped. I mean, come on.
Left places and you know, from these people, they're gang members here.
Not to mention the over 200,000 unaccompanied missing kids out here from the border that we just know of. Like, stop it.
Not
Stop.
to mention the amount of welfare that Americans are paying, for these people to stay housed, to eat. There are actual Americans that had hurricanes that couldn't get $750. But these people can get daycare. They can get housing, EBT cards. And I like how you pretend like you know my life. You don't know my life.
Yeah.
And if I had time, I would tell you what I'm actually going through in my life.
Yeah.
Part of it is the reason why I did vote for Trump. Things can only get worse with where we were.
Apparently, this person thinks that that Trump supporters, every Trump supporter just has not gone through something in their life. I have been broke and homeless, too.
Yeah.
Yes, broke and homeless. So we have gone through things.
Yeah,
people
maybe more
go through
Republican.
things. Yes, exactly. It may be more Republican.
But
your concern is very interesting to me about this compassion thing. I came across a video. They detained 60 people, mostly young men and boys, at the border. And of the 60, there was a 2-year-old child. A 2-year-old child left there alone, unaccompanied. Now, all these people are really unaccompanied. They don't have a guardian or parent, anybody, And so I'm just going to run through this video and let you see. I think it's like
you're going to take in some of these families?
Yeah.
In your home, Tabitha, or are you just going to run your mouth?
And yes, exactly.
No, I'm going to guess no.
So I'm going to play this video through just so you guys can get an idea. This is just this is on a day. This just happened in this day. So just imagine this happened thousands and thousands of times, okay? But let's just show it.
Vengo a El Salvador y voy para Boston.
Tengo 17 de El Salvador y voy para México.
Tengo 17, soy de El Salvador y voy para 38.
¿Tú? Tengo 16 y vengo de Guatemala y voy a California.
Tengo 16 y soy de Guatemala, voy para Cincinnati.
Tengo 16 y voy para
¿Y de qué oriente?
17 de Honduras. 16 de Guatemala.
¿Para dónde vas?
Para Virginia. Honduras 14 años. Guatemala 15 años.
¿Para dónde vas aquí en los Estados Unidos?
Estados Unidos,
¿Qué parte vas?
Wisconsin.
Descansa.
Soy de Honduras, tengo 16 años y voy para Wisconsin.
Soy de Honduras, tengo 16 años y voy para Johnson City.
De Honduras tengo 16 años y voy para Virginia.
De Honduras tengo 17 años y para la Texas.
De Honduras 17 años para la Texas.
De Honduras 16 años y voy para Nueva York.
Soy de Honduras, tengo 12 años y voy para Maryland.
Soy de Guatemala, tengo 16 años y voy para Carolina del Norte.
Soy de Guatemala, tengo 17 años y voy para California.
De Honduras tengo 10 años y voy para Houston.
De Honduras tengo 15 años y voy para Texas.
De Honduras tengo 17 años y voy para Florida.
De El Salvador tengo 17 años y voy para Virginia.
Soy de Ecuador, tengo 14 años y voy para Minneapolis.
Soy Brandon y soy de El Salvador y voy para Los Ángeles.
Soy Omar, tengo 12 años y voy por Los Ángeles.
¿Tú, papi, dónde vas?
Tengo 9 años, soy de El Salvador y voy para Cali. Vengo de Guatemala, tengo 16 años y voy para Miami, Florida, todo dicho. Mi nombre es Paola, soy de Ecuador y voy para Miami. Mi nombre es Ashley, soy de Honduras y voy para Houston, tengo 12 años. Yo me llamo Chera.
¿Qué tantos años tienes, mamá?
4 años.
¿Qué tantos años?
4 años.
4 años.
Me llamo Marjorie, tengo 11 años y voy para Florida. Soy de Honduras. Me llamo Said y voy para los estados y tengo 7 años. Soy de Guatemala, tengo 17 años y voy para California. Soy de Ecuador, tengo 17 de Ucrania. Tengo 16 años y soy de Honduras. Tengo 17 años y soy de Honduras.
Venezuela, mamá. ¿Venezuela? ¿Sí? ¿Qué tantos años tienes? 2. ¿2 años? ¿No vienes con tu mamá y tu papá? ¿No? ¿Venezuela? ¿Para dónde vas, mamá? ¿Dónde están? ¿Estados Unidos? Okay.
That last little girl was left at the border to come to the United States. Her parents left her there while they got into the United States and just left her there with a phone number. So she's holding up a phone number, a 2-year-old. So
this is lots of kids like this, where they're just being left by adults. I just saw a video that I don't even know if you have it.
I know, I saw that.
Of a 12-year-old little boy just left.
lost. He got left.
¿Ah?
¿Me puede ayudar?
¿Qué pasó?
Es que yo venía con un grupo de personas y me dejaron botar y no sé dónde están.
No sabes dónde están. ¿Te dejaron solo?
Pues claro, me dejaron botar.
¿Te dejaron solo botado?
Solo.
¿No vienes con mami o con papi o con alguien?
¿Ah?
¿Vienes con tu mamá o tu papá?
Nadie. Yo venía en un grupo que venía de entrega con usted y al final me dejaron botar y venía aquí a pedir auxilio.
¿Te dejaron botado y te dijeron que vinieras a pedir auxilio?
No, yo vengo porque si no, ¿por dónde me voy a ir? Allí voy a dejar y tal vez me pueden robar, secuestrar o algo.
Te pueden robar.
Tengo miedo.
¿Tienes miedo? Ok.
Sí.
Ahorita hablamos, ¿ok?
So when
His
you
family just
yeah.
left him. You know, I mean, they're finding babies just left in blankets.
So when you tell me about compassion, my compassion is you stay in your country
I'm not
with
leaving
your
my-
children,
I'm not leaving my 2-year-old out with a phone number.
just sitting there with a phone number.
That's savage. How can you do that?
And you know that these people, you know, these girls have risk of being trafficked.
What are they going to do when they get there? We got 16-year-olds and 7 who are old enough, who they're going to deem as old enough to sleep around.
Yes.
And these girls are coming here with nothing.
Nothing.
What do you do when you have no social security card and you have no parents, you have no nothing, and you have no money?
What do you think they're going to do?
What do you think they're going to do for money?
What's the oldest profession? What do you think they're
What do you
going
think
to
some of
do?
these 12-year-old little girls are going to do?
So I get mad when people talk about compassion. I want to know where the passion is from their parents leaving their children there. My compassion comes from stay in your country with your kids. Stay in your country with your children. If you want to come to the United States, you do the right way. You go through the front door, not the back door. So it's alarming to me because, you know, also they're not coming from only just, you know, they're not all Hispanic. Now, I think he said
It's 164 countries.
164 countries.
we never even heard of, he said.
People
Trump,
coming,
he was saying that.
Yep, people coming from 164 different countries, and so now it's just kind of, and they're going to the Mexican border because it's the easiest route. So they'll take the plane to the Mexican border just to get in because they know that the border is open, so they just come in. And what we have here, we have just kids. These kids just abandoned basically, and then that little girl has a number. I'm assuming is to, you know, find them when she gets to the United States, a 2-year-old, find them. Now, all of these people, all of them were underage. They were all minors. They were all unaccompanied. So they did not have a guardian or a parent with them, which means they've been left in their own country to fend for themselves. In hopes, cross your fingers, they can get in here and won't get detained. So now, the border patrol now has the added headache of trying to find their parents. You know, the border, the border security people, agents.
They probably won't try to find them. They probably won't answer anyway if they find out that a border person has their child.
Oh,
because
no.
they will know they'll be deported.
They're going to be deported and detained and deported. Yep.
They got her.
And so they're just hoping that these, you know, they come with a number here, you know, like it's just, I just get really weird with this whole border thing. I get really annoyed with people like, what's her name, Tabitha? Because I feel like you're trying to create this we are the world kumbaya utopia country that doesn't exist in this world. You're trying to be this ultra, or making it seem like you're some ultra Gandhi-esque, you know, compassionate person, so much so you want everybody to come over here and have a great life. But you don't give any care about the people who are already here having a hard life.
There are kids in homes here.
You don't even...
There are kids that are being trafficked
Orphans.
here. There are kids who are orphans here. There are people who can't afford to take care of the kids they have here. And now we've got places like New York and stuff where they're telling you to sponsor a family. That's how bad it is. That's how bad we are Chicago, New York. We have areas now where there are so many illegals in the area that the government no longer can help them. So they're asking regular people to use their homes. And who wants to do that? We don't know these people.
Right. Got them stayed.
It's not just that either. It's the culture. They're bringing over a culture that isn't American.
Yeah.
They're taking our resources.
Yeah.
And it hurts me. I mean, that little girl, I would... That makes me want to pick that little girl up and just mother her. I can't stand that. That makes me actually physically inside, makes me mad at her parents. It makes me mad that this little girl is just 2 years old standing there and anybody can grab her.
Yeah.
And have their way with her. And that makes me sick.
Yeah.
And the only reason this is really happening is because we allowed our borders to be open and people are using children to get across. Little kids. They're actually using little kids
to get across.
It's dangerous.
Yeah. It's dangerous.
We're missing children. I think, what do you say? How many kids are missing?
I think 300,000 or something like that. It was up there. It's a couple 100,000 are missing. And when they do find them, they can't find their parents. So when they do find a child on the street or something that's, they're just there. They're just on the street. Have you ever seen videos in North Korea where the kids are just on the street? Like in North Korea, it's a bizarre land over there. But there's just like a lot of kids just hanging on the street because the parents can no longer support them. So they just there's like this section of kids. This is what it feels like. Like there's parts of America now where we have people from other countries that cannot speak a lick of English, cannot speak any form of English at all, and are just out there.
AOC, the reason why they didn't want to go there is because they have to look at these kids.
The border agents themselves over here changing diapers, making sandwiches. They're not even doing their damn job. They can't do their job. They're overrun with people.
This morning, tensions escalating on the Texas border. Dramatic new video shows a struggle between Border Patrol and migrants in El Paso. The video shows dozens of migrants pulling aside a razor wire fence, then pushing their way past a handful of Border Patrol agents.
Look, the Biden-Harris administration failed the border and the patrolmen and women down there. Completely failed. And failed our country.
There are poor people all around this world. We can't house them all.
Yeah.
We can't. Taxpayers cannot pay for everybody to get over here.
But it's like when the Haitians, when they're talking about the Springfield, Ohio, and then a whole situation was going on. The Haitian situation was happening there. It still is. I don't know if it was. It still is. The truth is that having 20,000 to 30,000 Haitian migrants come into this small area of Ohio is not sustainable. That city could not sustain them. And so this is happening in other parts of our country where hordes and hordes of people are coming in. New York. That's why Mayor Adams is like, look, Trump might be right about this. We need to get them out. We need to get them
Look what's
out
happening
of here.
Brandon Johnson in Chicago. His voters, people who voted, they all hate him now.
Yeah.
Because of how many people he's allowed in the state.
The truth is, sending them back though could be saving their life. It's a funny thing is that people don't get that part either. Sending them back to their own country may not be something they want, but it could definitely be saving their life because they're coming into a country that can't hold them, which means they're going to be homeless.
We can't become Mexico so they can live here.
Yeah, that's not a thing.
Then why do they even come here?
Right.
If now we become if we start to become what they were, where they came from, you can't. Eventually. We can't. I mean, with the kind of money we're spending on illegal immigration, I mean,
you can't.
A country can't. And then wars.
Yeah.
And then welfare for people who actually live here.
How do we do that? How will we run our country? How will we run our country? We can't run our countries like that. We can't have people. I mean, these people went from Venezuela, Honduras, Guatemala.
But how many people? Tabitha, how many people are you housing?
Right. Yeah.
You love them so much. How many people staying in your home, in your space? I'm going to guess 0.
Or did you put anybody up in one of these, 4-star, 5-star hotels that they're getting? Did you put anybody grocery for them? No. You didn't do that? You didn't do that because you're trying to...
Clearly, you must not be going through anything.
Right. Because they are trying to, remember, like you said, they are trying to pursue a better life. So they probably need your help. No?
No.
Okay.
You
Y'all-
wait for that response. But just don't pretend like you know me.
Yeah.
Because you don't know me,
Yeah.
right? You don't know what I'm going through. And the idea that you think you do, just because I have
arrogant.
common sense.
It's arrogant.
And it just makes you feel good to feel like anybody could just flood through here. And then when the country goes to crap because it's already going that way,
Yeah.
then you'll take no responsibility for any of that. Because that's what Democrats do. They screw up the country.
Yeah.
And then when it doesn't go the way they want, they throw their hands and pretend like they didn't do it.
Yeah. Throw a rock and hide your hands. What they're doing. Oop, I didn't do it.
Right.
Y'all, border security.
Are you an illegal?
Is
that why you're mad? Maybe that's why you're mad. Maybe
Right.
because you are the illegal.
I care about my country. And I'm not going to look at that as a fault. I am an American. And I wave that American flag pretty proud. And I want it to be secure. And, the bitterness of the Trump supporter comment there. Trump supporters are the worst. Trump supporters love America, which is why Trump supporters voted him in, because we want to have a safe, secure country to be in with borders. Because, without borders, there is no country. And I commend every Trump supporter out there that made the decision to vote for him. Because by doing that, what they said was, oh, we love America, but if you're going to want these people coming in here and then flood and then eventually can come in your neighborhood. See, no one cares until, that's what happened. No one cares until they start getting to your neighborhood. So when you start seeing, a certain section group of people coming to your neighborhood you've never seen before, and then they have different customs than you do, and they're, doing those customs, and you're like, wow, this is weird. This is different. So you can call me whatever you call me. You can call me racist. I don't care what you call me. I don't care. But I love my country and we need secure borders. So you're never going to change my mind on that. This little 4-year-old and 2-year-old kids out here, even the 16-year-olds, I even give it because they're all young.
They're kids.
And it's very scary to see that they're making this leap, to try to do this. But this is heartbreaking to me. And they would be more secure in their country. It's true, because if they get let out into our country with no help, they're going to be homeless, which is what's happening right now, by the way. The homeless, especially in New York, they're working on New York first with this deporting situation because it's so bad there. They're becoming homeless. There's some people, I'm watching a newscast of, they were talking to the people on the street, and they were like, I don't have really anywhere to go. I came here from El Salvador or whatever, there's nowhere to go. And then a few of the people said, I wish I just never came. I wish I never went through the border. I wish I never did it. Because now they're having a hard time getting back. So, where's the compassion, Tabitha?
Not one type of compassion.
No, there's
and,
not.
I get sick of these people who think that feeling sorry for everybody is going to change the world. It's just not. You know what I mean? It's just this idea that suffering just happens in life, and it's never going away. There are going to be times when people are going to suffer in life, and I wish that wasn't so. But it just is. And there's not one country that can just wipe out suffering. Because you have to give responsibility to the country themselves, the people who run those countries. Those people who don't care about people sleeping in fields, eating rice patties. The people who are sleeping out on dirt roads. Countries where people just don't, the leaders don't care. North Korea. I mean that is sad to look at. When you look at We Are the World.
Yeah.
You look at that video.
Really look at
And Africa is still Africa. It is still Africa, run by corrupt people. Allowing these people to still live like that. I mean, you know how much money We Are the World, accumulate to this day. They're still selling that album. And it has not really helped Africa at all.
We have African subscribers, quite a few. And they say the exact same.
India is either wealthy people or poor people.
That's exactly. Yes, exactly. So miss me with all this, you guys.
Okay,
stop it.
That doesn't mean that we just let all of those people come to America.
This would be a big. This is not a big shelter, a big country shelter. No,
America is a very generous country. We give lots of money.
We fight for
aid all over the world. We do. We allow people to come in and we help them.
Yep.
But the instant it gets too much. It's just too much. We're the greatest nation in the world. The reason why people want to come over here is because we're a great nation. But if we don't become a great nation, why would they come?
Right.
They're only here because they know the only reason these people poured in like that is because some of them got in and they probably told other people back home, they give you welfare, they give you a house, they give you a place to live, they give you, so then more came. The borders are open. Mm-hmm. They were saying that on the media. The borders are just open.
Yeah. Because they are. What I mean?
And so, look, this whole idea that these people are all just destitute and spare me, okay? Because I don't believe that at all.
No, a lot of them are not.
A lot of them are not. They just want to come here and feed off our resources, take the jobs, take the housing, get all they can from us, like Mark said, make little Tijuanas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Make little areas they want to make for themselves.
And also, let's not forget, you're also pretending as if there aren't any. For some reason, there aren't any criminals in the country.
Criminals coming.
A lot of those criminals are coming here, and let me tell you why. Because they can do a crime, and we have catch and release here all of a sudden. All of a sudden, we're catching the people, they get released. No big deal. So we have people doing major crimes right now from other countries. We already have our own American criminals that we have to deal with. And now you telling me you want me to deal with a Mexican criminal? The cartel is running Mexico at this point. They are running that border. You cannot get into this country without that cartel. And so that means they have to exchange some things here. And so, look, no, I'm not feeling any, how do I feel about this, you say, Tabitha? I feel great. I feel great about loving my country and wanting to be protected and the citizens in this country, including you, Tabitha. Mm-hmm. Including you. I want you to be safe. And I want you to have a country that has borders.
If someone comes and knocks you upside the head going into a grocery store, then you'll be, saying a whole nother story. So
yes.
Give me a break. Nothing's happened to you yet.
Yeah, that's the problem.
You don't live in Springfield, Ohio.
Right.
Somewhere you're living well. But you have to share space. So you're either an illegal yourself or you're just a grifter trying to make people feel bad about people you probably don't even know.
She's probably somebody who wants to, she's one of those protesters. People like Tabitha are always protesters.
So take the nose ring out of your nose and dye your hair back to its original color.
I'm sure it's blue.
Stop tatting yourself because you guys all look the same. I don't know why you guys all do that.
Why do they look like that?
No, they always have a ring in their nose, colorful hair, and all kinds of T-shirts.
And some flag. They always have a flag.
Okay. Kind of everything. It's weird.
All right, you guys. Let us know what you think about that. Leave some comments below. Love to hear your thoughts. And we'll see you guys in the next video.